can just flip the Aurelia straight out of the fight. Or the Diana, whichever one dives in first. So we have got a Gwen jungle, Yone top into Graves, which I think is just going to be scaling. Graves probably going to get the early push, but side lane is the aim of the game for both these teams. If the Irelia's ahead and the Yone can't match the Irelia, I feel like Mad Lions are going to have full control of the game.
Yeah, but I'm really wondering how Reeker's going to fare in this mid lane matchup, because Orianna early on empowered auto attacks, dissonance for the extra move speed just to dodge any potential any Aurelia stun. This is hard. This is a super volatile matchup. We've seen feast or famine for Aurelia. There is no in between. You either go 4-0 or you go 0-4.
I feel like what we're going to see this game is lots of 4v4s topside. Both supports leaving their AD carries on an island and just fight towards mid and topside. Any wave state that's frozen or has gank pressure, both teams need to respond.
At the end of the day, these are two super volatile drafts. My brain is at...
And on to Summoner's Rift we go for the final game of day one here. Week 5 already. Time is flying by, and Vedi, I think you said it best when it comes to this draft. It's Armageddon. It's just a mess, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Kid was rubbing off on me when, like, a lot of his catchphrases, but it's just so apt for this game. There's just so many things to track, but let's keep an eye on this level 1, because you can already see G2 stacking up. Will they look to try and punish Eljoya in this bush? Or are they potentially just setting up for a counter invade? For now, they're just spamming their B.
Oh, here we go. Eljoya. Crescent slash.
I don't know if he saw that or not.
You don't see it unless it hits. Don't hear it unless it hits, at least. Orianna puts ball into from 10 to 12%, right? On the melees. Can work out quite well for him. Kaiser and Targamas here trading on the bottom side. With Unforgiven having the Infernum and the Gravitum, it's hard for Targamas and Flacker to get any closer.
Just a bit of a skirmish happening there in the bot side. Jankos is hovering, has hit level 5. Both junglers really power clearing. But as you rightly said, I'm curious as to what direction Rika will go. Will it be that standard blade start? Does have the longsword, of course. For anyone that has not played Diana jungle, her jungle clear is very fast. Eljoya spotting him out will be able to steal away those camps and not get spotted by Broken Blade, but this will result in the first straight going in favor of G2. So just a bit of cross-map plays happening. And with Eljoya now hitting level 6, this could be an opportunity for them to punish Broken Blade as he heads back towards the lane.
And the question is, do they manage to punish Broken Blade here? Because he has the fate sealed. He can jump away from this and he'll do it, try and get underneath the tower. Eljoya stops him. Armor on the chase here as well. Soul unbound, Broken Blade's going to try and dash back, but as you say, he is dead. Armor got an assist with the smoke screen.
Surprised if they then used that Herald top lane to further snowball Armut and to prevent Broken Blade from having the lane that he wants.
Totally agree with you there, Benny. And the question is for G2, how do you respond? Because actually Unforgiven has been left alone down towards this bottom side. You can see Kaiser is taking the long route round through the jungle to try and support his AD carry, but G2 hungrily, like a pack of wolves, chasing down towards that bottom side, and Unforgiven actually giving the respect that was deserved there by back.
With XL and Vitality, a very scary spot to be in, especially with them as your opponents in the future. A hook does land.
Jankos going to get caught out just a little bit here, but he tries to turn it back onto Kaiser. Neither work, not enough, as Jankos shredded where he stands by Eljoya. He will pay for it with his life as Caps takes him down. Rika missed the Vanguard's edge, has the flawless duet, will get the stun, but the Shockwave drags him back. Rika still diving forward, Caps ticking, ticking, ticking. Not quite enough to take him down. Rika will fall in response. G2 find 2.
Oh, and that's a big
dive, depth charge, of course. The Moonfall from Diana. Very strong skirmishing tools, even under a tower. Mad Lions now have to walk away. Their prey escaped, and they will start up this dragon, but Targamas is 6, does have the flash. Blackhead has the Super Mega Death Rocket as well. Camps with the Shockwave. You can see Armor actually working his way all the way down from the top lane, maybe just adding a little bit of pressure. Because of that, G2 decide they don't want to take the fight around the dragon.
Armut's actually going to grab the crab. Armut on mainly last week, he had a very solid Graves performance on it, and it does seem to be, for the time being, something that Mad have kind of fallen back on if they want Armut to be on something safe and strong during the laning phase.
And we'll be able to secure first tower of the game up here against his former TCL rival as well. Of course, Broken Blade and Armut have a history going back all the time before. They definitely Armut favored on the top side. However, Eljoya has had a little bit of a helping hand when it comes to getting this Graves ahead.
Ooh, very nice trade there from Armut. Going to force the ultimate out. He's just going to trade his ultimate in exchange to clear the wave. Level 12 now on Armut to 10 on Broken Blade. It just made me laugh that I noticed that both supports are still level 6.
Yep.
The average level of everyone else is 10.
Yep. People say support's overpowered.
Yeah. I mean, they are, let's be honest. Himself behind in the early laning phase. But again, for the most part, Mad find themselves with an early game goal lead. Both teams are right now contesting for vision around this Drake, and with the bot tower falling in favor of Unforgiven, Mad are set up pretty nicely. They're going to get a quick reset off. You can see that these wards are going to be restocked by Thing at this point in the game.
Here's Ocean Soul for us here with the Rift Herald going down in the mid lane. G2 have control over this bot side river, but Mad Lions seem to be willing just to give up the dragon in exchange for a tower of their own. 1,000, 600 extra gold for them, 2,500 gold their lead. Jankos should be able to just smite this down. Didn't even need to use the smite. Still has that chilling effect if he so desires to go in, but as you say, action continues to elude us, even though both these teams...
Sterax, that you'd probably be pretty good into a Yone, but that's not really as good anymore.
And Broken Blade's going to get knocked up here. He's got 6,000 gold in his back pocket, 2,000 gold behind Armor, who's now going to be given over another killer. Yoya instead secures it. Well, keeps him just that little bit more secure when it comes to team fights. Jankos dives onto Armor here, 2-level disadvantage. Jankos with the smite. Blue buff will be secured by Yoya, and Jankos just walks away. G2 will continue to survive for the moment. Caps actually might keep Yoya and Armor at arm's length. Ball goes back to him as Flackhead starts to open up on the tower. Just made me laugh that that wolf was still following Yoya, and so he just walked up and he was like, yeah, okay, let me just smite. Okay, back to my wall. So yeah, always about efficiency. Hang on, look at Jankos here. He's gonna get hooked. He's gonna get knocked up with a death charge, rooted in spot, and just look at the burst. Jankos somehow able to survive though, gets out with the needlework. Rika on the chase, show stopped back. Targamas though, low already. Rika trying to survive. This one, Moonlight Mitchell. Just the edge of it, just the very tip didn't quite connect as Rika falls to Blackhead. Broken Blade is going to unseal his soul for the moment in this pit. That control ward is there. The sweeper from Targamas doesn't spot anyone out. TP coming in from Armor. Jankos goes forward. Targamas dives into the pit. Pulls them back with the showstopper. Armor already in the middle of the pit. Jankos trying to take him out. Armor's going to have to flash away. The shockwave lands on 2. Unforgiven's already got 1 kill, but it's answered as Rika falls as well. And Jankos, the healing is absurd. The needle after needle from Jankos just heals him up, and Unforgiven, Moonlight Vigil will not even kill off Blackhead.
Massive engage from Targamas as he uses his Hex Flash to get into the pit, and he locks up Yoya. The jungler, the guy that's been given so many of the resources, he has so much gold, immediately gets taken out of the fight, and then the wombo combo comes through. Broken Blade and Cats working together to turn the team fight into G2's favor will result in a Baron and control over the game.
And just like that, it switches over to G2. Armor here has started up the Drake, but G2 do not want to let this one go quietly. Caps pops the plant and almost pops Armored as well, but the hook comes out. Armor's going to try and trade this one back. However, Targamas once again coming in just at the right time. Armor will secure the Drake, but Kaiser may have paid for it with his life. Pulled back into the waiting arms of Cap, who still has a shockwave but does not need it. The ball finds its mark as Caps goes 3-0-3.
And so the things that Targamas said in his little interview was that he wanted to show a lot more as Unforgiven is dead. Solo killed by Broken Blade. The E, when it's at max level, has that ability on the AD carries. Unforgiven does not flash. Now G2 is looking to break into the base.
Do we think Yone actually really needed those compensatory buffs that he got a couple of patches ago? He seems pretty strong to me, even majorly behind in the laning phase. G2 now, 4 players pushing in the mid lane. Mad, only 3 left to defend. Armor 10 seconds away, but G2 are just waiting for the second wave to arrive in this bottom lane. The gold swung so massively in favor of G2. Mr. Moneybags himself winning out this one as they are 6,000 gold ahead right now, Veddy. Well, 5.5k, it's pretty freaking large for them as they back away. Second inhibitor falls in the bottom lane. G2 well in control of this game now.
They certainly are. The level gap is absolutely massive.
All have a strong first split. Syncroft x Maddie yet to really find their footing, although Syncroft has had a few good games. But once again, we see an engage from a support as Kaiser looks for it. Vanguard's edge on the backline, but the stopwatch is going to do quite a lot here. Jankos gets a kill already. There's the shockwave, the follow-up. You're just too far behind. You can't do anything. Mad Lions routed. In their own engage, they were found out, and G2 will march it down. Mad Lions in control through the entire early game, but it just felt like after some point, G2 had had enough. They kept Mad Lions punching and punching and punching, but it's G2 that land the knockout blow and go 7-3.
G2 get closer and closer to competing with Rogue at the top of the table. Fnatic still neck and neck with them. But wow, off the back of a single fight, we talked about the scaling element of G2's composition, Pet.
They just took over.
There, it was crazy. You can see Broken Blade handshaking with his team. A great performance from everyone all around. Everyone.
And now, of course,
You can see that they've prepared for this.
back home to Q.